assists. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a very steady hand from that line and an impressive all-around night.
And what an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. You know, swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, were seconds away from another championship era. That's where you like to get shots, inside and close to the hoop.
Here's Chalmers. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled them.
Now getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs. Heat were thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And perhaps the best thing about him, Steve, is the way he takes charge down the stretch of close games. The higher the stakes, the better he plays. If they were able to finish games strong, you think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth quarter points.
Parker with it. He's got 16. Duncan outside. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they had so many options when possessions, you know, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys under just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think allows them to execute under pressure.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. A drive by Wade. That's good. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older, when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that defenses will back off you. And that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade, adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
Here's LeBron, following the score by Tony Parker. Is out of bounds, the Heat able to retain possession here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Wade gets the bucket. And Steve, you go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the 4th time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And Kevin, he led all shooting guards and player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak true. He's the best shooting guard in the game. So I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Parker kicks to Leonard, passes to Duncan. Leonard. The pass that's split. Inside. Oh, and the jam by Leonard. Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
The Heat leading by 23 from deep LeBron. And the Heat another 3.
You know, I'd like to see more of that. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
Now here's Green. He has 6. Splitter. Wade is covering. Green dishes to Parker. Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Tim Duncan. For Miami, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there.
Here's Parker and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Here's Parker, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Parker's got 20 points.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball. 2 teams that like to play up tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6. But the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Duncan picks the bottom, and he goes in for the dunk. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
A nice shot by Anderson.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
Parker was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the charts. Absolutely fantastic.
And here is LeBron, following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. And LeBron James gets it to go.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Parker double team. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. That free throw, no good.
You know, you survey other point guards in the league and ask them who their toughest assignment is, and a lot of them will tell you it's Tony Parker. I mean, his ability to weave in and out at the speed he does just drives would-be defenders mad over the course of 4 quarters. Parker is always in attack mode.
And Clark, you mentioned the penetration ability of Tony Parker. He really has become the focal point of the Spurs drive and kickoff end, Steve. So fun to watch.
Yeah, you talk about his speed and quickness, but it's really all about the overall skill level, the ability to finish it in the lane, the knockdown jump shooting, the free throw shooting also improved. It's incredible how well-rounded Parker has become.
Is he the fastest point guard, you think, in the NBA?
I would say yes.
The Spurs have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Well, this is a good free throw shooting team a year ago. They hit about 79% of their free throws as a unit.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And Parker drops them both. Here's Chalmers, 15 points in the game. Lets it go with a 3. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And a missed layup.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
The Heat making a switch here. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Parker. 26 points for him. Back to Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist in the game.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Heat out front, running away with it. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.